Hi guys, welcome to the class. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about what is meant by project management functions and objectives, and also what is critical path method. What is project management? The objectives for the presentation is to analyze the various factors in the project management in construction which lead to success and failure of the projects. The main objective for this presentation is to analyze the various factors in the project management in construction which leads to success and also the failures of the projects. So, by maintaining these project management skills to maintain a particular project on site, these the learning from projects by understanding the essential elements of the project management, that is of the leadership role of the project manager, project planning and risk management, and also to analysis of project management done in various projects worldwide. So here, what is a project management? The project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to to the project which we are going through, and activities in order to meet or exceed stakeholders' needs and expectations from a project. The need of balancing compacting demands among scope, time, cost, quality, and stakeholders with different needs and expectations and identified and also unidentified requirements. Here, the project management is the application of knowledge for the project and also the requirements of a easy completion of a project. The major applications of this project management are the skills and the techniques, tools to the project activities in order to reach the ultimate goal of and expectations from a project. The need of balancing and demands among and also the some of the applications we have to constrain are the scope and the time for the project to be completed in a particular period of time from the earliest stage of project to the finishing stage of project. Within that particular time we have to conceive this the cost, quality, and also the needs and expectations which are from the project we are doing. Next, the attributes to project management. First one, the project managers should be selected properly for the project to be done on site, and also determining project objectives, managing budget and resources, reporting progress, evaluating efficiency and effectiveness. Here, the project managers plays a vital role in the completing or in the project. So these project managers can done can done the project on the basis of materials required, and also depends upon the budget and resources allotted to the project managers. These project managers can increase or may decrease the project value which they are doing. If the project has to be expensive, they can exceed, they can prolong the work on the site. And if they are maintained properly, if these project managers has maintained properly, the the effectiveness of work on the site can be improved, and also the cost and the time of this project can also be reduced by evaluating efficiency and effectiveness of the project manager. What are the responsibilities of project managers? Planning thoroughly through all the aspects of the project, from the earth moving, from the earlier stages of the construction, from earth digging process where the excavation of the earthwork has been done. From that stage itself, they have to analyze, they have to plan a project thoroughly to the all the aspects up to the finishing of that projects. So in particular period of time, they have to complete these particular work on a given time, and a number of labors they have to be put forward for that work can be applied properly. So the planning is the main responsible, the planning is the main attribute for the project manager to complete this project in a particular time with a limited period of limited amount of they have provided, and also to attain the durable strength and lifetime life period for that project. The controlling of the manpower of the organization, this project manager is also responsible for controlling the manpower of the organization. If the earthwork excavation is going to be done and the next day on the site, the labor required for that earthwork excavation, we know the equipment we use for the earthwork excavations, and also heavy equipments we will use in the earthwork excavation. Along with those equipments, those construction, those earth moving equipments, we may also have to utilize these labor for the process to be done on the particular day in a particular period of time, and to be completed at the end of the day. So if the earthwork excavation is going to be done from tomorrow, for that earthwork excavation we may need 10 labor, 10 workers. So if the project manager, if he doesn't have any control over the manpower, the the labor, the manpower that may not attend to that particular date of time on a going ongoing project. So if from tomorrow they have to be need 10 number of manpower, but there are only available of 5 numbers, it increases the duration of the project, prolonging of the project, and also increase the cost of the project. They have to keep the construction equipment for those period of time, and for another day to be expanded, to extend their work to the next day if the labor are not provided properly to the required project on that day on the need of that work. So to optimize the technical versus cost trade in specific areas where optimization is required. If on ongoing construction, like while laying up of a slab, a rooftop laying of slab, we may use heavy equipments for the laying up of a slab. For that we may need only three number of labors, and they have about eight number of labors available for that day. So we may not give proposal for the eight members to work on that particular day. So it may increase the cost of manpower on that day. So we can optimize these situations on ongoing site by requiring only three numbers of manpower on particular day. So there are some areas, there are some specific areas on the construction field where we can optimize, where we may reduce, can be done. So for monitor performance, the cost and efficiency of all the elements of the project, completing the project on schedule and within the cost they have provided for the finishing up of the project. So the completion of a project on schedule and within cost is also a responsibility of that project manager. If for the construction, from the construction point of view, if the owner of this construction site has given you 10 days of period to complete the particular work, so he may not view this mm, site on proper basis. So he assign the work to the project manager. This project manager decide if the work of particular work can be done within these days, these period of time or not, or may have another few days. So this project manager finally decides the amount of budget for that project, and also the duration to complete this project. So he is the main responsible person for a ongoing project to be completed in time and within the cost. So what are the major competencies of a project manager? The planning or organizing of a project. He has to plan the project, ongoing project, and organize according to that plan that he developed for maintaining this project in time, and also maintain the cost on schedule and within the cost. So he have the major power of controlling the manpower or whatever. So the stress tolerance and customer orientation, personal chemistry, analytical skills, leadership quality to manage those labor, those manpower to complete the project, and managing performance. If there are any natural calamities occurs, these project durations on construction sites, and a natural calamities occurs, the construction may be stopped for few days. So we may manage these conditions to the customer for not completing of the project on a particular schedule. So he should have these managing performance skills to manage the ongoing project. If is there any time dilation or the cost increase for the project, so he is the whole responsible for the managing of these performances regarding the time and cost. So next, what are the objectives of project management? Completing the work within specified time and budget, evolving a reputation for high quality workmanship, providing safe working conditions for staff and workers, taking sound decisions at lowest practical management level through delegation of authority, motivating people to give their best, creating an organization that works as a team. If the main objectives of this is completing the project within specified time and within specified budget, if these two are not maintained properly, so the financial losses may occur, and the relation between the customer to the project management cannot be as good as before. So that if you give your 100% while doing your work, and also high quality in the construction construction, it gives immense pleasure to the customer with high satisfaction if the quality of the project has been surely maintained. So within time, is in specified time and within a given budget, and a high quality of the materials has been used for the construction. And also we have to consider, we are not only seeing in this point of view for the satisfaction of the customer, but also you have to make uh, profitable, uh, preferable considerations for the below staff, like manpower below you who are capable of working. So you have to take precautions, you have to maintain those precautions for the safety of those laborers who are working under you, and also free environment for them to work highly out with the uh, satisfaction of giving their 100%. So we have to motivate those people who are working from a long period of time, so to give their best out of them from the construction point of view. So and overall we have to create an organization that works as a team. So if the team, the overall team has not maintained in the team, if a particular member failed to do his work, it affects whole team. So we have to create an organization that works as a team. If he may fail to do that work for some other issues, then these work can be uh, carry forward by the whole team to complete within this period of time and within the given budget. So functions of project management: deciding in advance what is to be done, how and in what order is to be done. It involves crystallizing objectives, collecting and synthesizing information, developing alternatives within specified constraints. So in the construction area, we face a major problem of in not availability of labor. So on a given period of time, uh, they may not continuously work for 6 to 8 months on a continue working days. So they may have to be uh, they may leave the site for some reasons. So we have to synthesize that information, who, from where they're going. We have to maintain the alternatives for that person to be worked in our sites. So there is no stopping of work for a particular given time of for a given period of time, and these works cannot be stopped to attain the uh, schedule of within time period. And also brings the, if some reasons, if for some reasons the workers may not available on a particular day, we may not depend on the same working men for a long period of time. We have to choose. If they are not available, we have to choose, irrespective of the members. The alternative members has been already uh, in process, so we can uh, change these labors constantly. We may not use these manpower for a long period of time, so the alternatives are better for the construction equipment. So comparing alternatives in terms of objective, feasibility and consequences, selecting optimum course of action, establishing policies, methods, systems, standards and budgets for objectives, organizing, dividing the work into component activities, designing job structures, and defining targets and responsibilities, allocating resources, delegating specific tasks to individuals, and establishing organizational chart for better coordinations. So, in an organization, we have to work properly on a given time of in a given period of time. you have to complete these work within these fixed times, and also defining targets and responsibilities for that persons, and allocating resources for the works to be completed within the time, and also specific tasks to the individuals has been assigned to work in a proper friendly environment, and also better establishing policies and organizational charts for better coordinating, bringing together and coordinating the work of various departments, arranging regular meetings for departments, procuring, if providing right quality resources at right time, preparing resource procurement schedules, developing specifications for required resources, and deciding appropriate source of procurement, budgeting resources and arranging approvals and purchases, preventing wastage at site. If these cost of the materials increase, automatically increase in the cost of the overall uh, project can be seen. If providing the right quality of resources, if we are working on a uh, we are constructing a side walls, for that required work we have to get proper bricks for the work to be completed on time. So providing a right quality, the quality of the bricks also should be right, and also these resources, if these right resources are available at a right time on a construction day, uh, the variance in the there is no variance in the prolonging of project, and also does not have any increase in the cost of the project. So preparing resources procurement schedules, if you choose your resources where to be get and when to be get, these resources can be procured on schedules. If you are constructing a side wall and you are procured aggregates, then it is not possible for the team to construct a side wall properly within given period of time. So if you are constructing foundation, if you are laying a foundation for the project and you are uh, you have procured those bricks, so these may not work properly if in on a particular schedule on a in project management we have schedule for everything on ongoing project. So according to that schedule we have to procure uh, resources according to that of uh, schedule, whether the requirement of materials to be needed, and developing specifications for required resources required resources. So the material we are procuring having some specifications, we have also to check these specifications. We have to develop the specifications for the materials those we require for the ongoing project on a particular period of time, deciding appropriate source of procurement. So we may not blindly follow a person on the procurement of materials. So we have to uh, we have to follow some tender invitations on ongoing project, that to decide appropriate source of procurement. We have to uh, meet some construction sites, so to procure these requirement sources for the ongoing project, and also budgeting resources and arranging approvals and purchases. If your budget is of budget for 2 units of aggregates, but on the ongoing set on the particular day you may need 3 units of aggregates. So you have to manage these budgeting resources and also get approvals for the materials to be collected and purchase those materials on a given period of time, preventing wastage at time. If you if you procure different types of materials like cement aggregates, coarse aggregates, fine aggregates, coarse aggregates, and steel overall for the ongoing project, and you have placed those raw materials in the construction site, these may gives improper workability for the manpower to do their work on a daily conditions. So they have they have to be arranged. The quality of resources are also to be checked under their specifications to develop their specifications, and we have to procure those specified quality resources at a given time of period. So if in advance we bought those materials into the site, and they cause imbalance in the working conditions of manpower, so this is not a right process for bringing the materials in advance. So so the quite right quality resources can be attained at the right time to prevent the wastage at site. Directing or leading this project by a project manager, providing effective leadership, motivating participants behavior, and communicating instructions and orders, and providing suitable climate for subordinates development. Controlling, specifying the factors to be controlled, monitoring the performance in terms of progress, quality, and cost, comparing actual and planned performance, and analysis of shortfalls and implementation of suitable remedial measures, and quick and accurate flow of information. If you planned a project uh, in a scheduled manner, so if any specifying factors to be controlled, whether the project is going as per the schedule, or the project can be lagged for a few other days on uh, on without any regrets for the scheduling. These we have to compare these for every period of time, that the actual planned schedule of this project and the planned for performance what we are doing on that site conditions is similar, or may have to make any changes for that schedule. So analysis of these shortfalls and implementations are most necessary in a scheduled project, that these implementations should uh, suitable remedial measures can be taken to complete these project on scheduled time and within the cost. So quick and accurate flow of information is to be needed from the manpower to the higher officials. So these controlling factors has to be maintained by the project manager, and the actual and planned performance can be done on a given period of on a particular period of time. These are the constructional resources, the labor or the men who are capable of working on the construction sites, and the raw materials, machinery required, and money is the most efficient factor on the constructional resources. This money can bring power, water, space, and communication means between the higher officials and the authorities to the project manager. So labor here, the workforce of the manpower, and also technical and managerial personnel. To organize these manpower, we have to need an technical and organizational person to maintain this group of manpower on the construction field. So workforce planning, the workforce is skilled and combining of skilled and unskilled labor, timely employment of just required number of workmen of right trade and skills. If um, if the barbending is going on, you employed about 20 members of workers and 10 members of barbenders. So those 20 members who can help bring these raw materials of bars to the upper surface where the barbending is going on. So on a given day, the skilled and unskilled labor, these timely employment of these timely recruitment of these number of skilled and unskilled labor at a period of time in the constructional area, workmen. So over manning and undermanning both are bad for the constructional areas. So sudden fluctuations in labor strength should be avoided. So we may not need these fluctuations of the labor strength should be avoided strictly in the constructional area. So these these skilled employees can teach these unskilled labor for doing their job much easier for the construction. And access number of work days to be put every week or month. If you maintain these uh, access to the number of work days in a week, we may have full length of work period. The labor may feel sick to come to the work as we planned. So a number of work days to be put for every week or a month. For month it should be like 2 to 3 days of uh, non-working days are to be allowed. So draw a chart of manpower needed using critical path method. Adjust schedule and requirement, avoiding sudden fluctuations. If we draw the chart of manpower who are needed using these critical path method network diagrams, so these manpower should be adjusted on the schedule and requirement, avoiding those sudden fluctuations in the labor or manpower. uh, Ascertain availability of right trade and skill for recruitment, maintain a reasonable ratio between supervisor and workman. Functions of organizations: give responsibilities to the group of employee, provides adequate communications, demarcates authority, responsibilities, and the duties of each group and employee, coordinates and controls activities of group and individuals to achieve common objective. Materials: the most materials we are using, most of the elements, most of the materials we are using in the constructional fields are brick, stone, timber, cement, water, aggregates, paint, electrical fittings, lime, sand, etc. These materials schedule showing quantity, quality, and time of delivery should be prepared with reference to work schedule. Plan the adequate supply of these materials on the right time to the constructional area. The materials requirements depends on type of project. The batching plant, mixer, trucks, vibrator, tractors, excavators, and cranes should it be involved in the high constructional places. The equipment schedule or calendar should be prepared for these equipments which we require on the constructional sites. Should be scheduled or should be calendared. So on a particular day we may recruit these constructional equipment into the constructional site with an ease of doing that. On or before the work may get started, we may contact those equipment handlers. So equipments can be transferred from one site to another or can be purchased new depending on economic analysis. Non-availability of right equipment or tools may lead to financial loss or can also hold up the work for a long period of time. Project management, the managers have been planned, scheduling, monitoring, and controlling large scale projects for 100 years, but it has only been in the last 50 years that management science techniques have been applied to major projects. Then these are the two types of project managements: critical path method and project evaluation and review technique. So in the next class, we are going to see about these critical path method and how do we design schedule of charts by using these critical path method and project evaluation and review technique. Thank you. Meet you in the next class.